fun never ends.
Woo, woo! The reading caboose has arrived. I'm Conductor Clark.
And I'm Ms. Janice. Hey, who wants to learn about the letter H?
I do!
Now what can we do with the letter H?
We can hula hoop.
Or?
Create a massive global hoax.
What Ernie's referring to is the Apollo 11 moon landing that supposedly took place on July 20th, 1969.
To quote Neil Armstrong, this is one small step for man.
And one giant lie to mankind. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hi, Ticket Taker Sam. Sam's been riding the rails ever since mean old Microsoft stole his formula for Windows 95.
Hey, Sam, I hear you've got a story for the kids.
I sure do, Miss Janice, and it's a real whiz-banger. Once upon a time, there was a president named Kennedy.
I promised to put a man on the moon before the end of the decade.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon.
Mr. President, didn't you also promise civil rights?
That's another story, Trevor. Now excuse me while I go sleep with Judith Exner.
Meanwhile, poor inept NASA couldn't get a rocket into space. Pew!
So, they turned to Plan B.
I'm LBJ. Boo! The end of the decade is here, and there's still no Americans on the moon. Those Ruskies are gonna beat us to it.
I'll help you, Mr. President.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Stanley Kubrick, and I'll use some tricks I learned while filming the movie 2001, A Space Odyssey, to fake a moon landing.
And we're the Mafia, and we'll fund your scam to build a secret soundstage in Las Vegas.
Good. While people think they're in space, we'll keep the astronauts busy with whores and gambling. Then we'll pay them off, or brainwash them, or kill them.
The end.
Yay!
Squawk? But is there any real proof it was a hoax? Squawk!
Is this proof enough, Gully Bird?
Wow!
I used to fly to the moon all the time.
Hobo Dan! Hey, Hobo Dan, how did you fly to the moon?
With the only real astronaut, Dr. Timothy Leary.
Oh, Hobo Dan.
Hey, that reminds me of a song.
This old moon rocket ain't what it appears to be.
Ain't what it appears to be.
Hey, what it appears to be.
This old moon rocket ain't what it appears to be because it was baked in a kiln
In Japan.
Yay! Thanks, Hobo Dan. That was fun, credible. And the truth.
Uh-oh, someone's ringing the doorbell. To the safe room, kids. To the safe room.
Well, that's all the time that we have for now. We'll be back with more reading later. Until then, the most important part of reading is reading between the lines.
Sayonara, pigs.
It's fun to read books are friends. When you can read, the fun never ends.
I perpetrated a huge fraud, which I am now about to detail.
Okay.
Involving the United States government and NASA.
All right.
And I'm sure you've heard the rumors.
The moon landing hoax?
That's right. That the moon landing was fake. The moon landings all were fake. And I was the person. I perpetrated a huge fraud, which I am now about to detail.
Okay.
Involving the United States government and NASA.
All right.
And I'm sure you've heard the rumors.
The moon landing hoax?
That's right. That the moon landing was fake. The moon landings all were fake. And I was the person who filmed it. The conspiracy theorists were right on this occasion.
Why?
I don't know about Paul McCartney's death, but this they were right about.
Okay, why in God's name would... I don't know what to ask you first. Why the hell, if you're telling the truth, why would you do it? Why are you telling me? I mean, what the...
Don't you think it's important for people to know the truth?
Yeah, yes, certainly.
They had a massive fraud, an unparalleled fraud perpetrated against them. They should know.
Okay.
I mean, they're already suspicious of the government. They may as well have their suspicions confirmed.
Okay.
Well, justified.
No. Miss Hanley's here to talk about Murph.
Murph is a great kid. She's really bright, but she's been having a little trouble lately. She brought this in to show the other students the section on the lunar landings.
Yeah, they throw my old textbooks. Miss Hanley's left the pictures.
It's an old federal textbook. We've replaced them with the corrected versions.
Correct.
Explaining how the Apollo missions were fake to bankrupt the Soviet Union. I believe it was a brilliant piece of propaganda that the Soviets bankrupted themselves, pouring resources into rockets and other useless machines.
Useless machines.
And if we don't want a repeat of the excess and wastefulness of the 20th century, then we need to teach our kids about this planet, not tales of leaving it.
Go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Ready?
So we are going back for another prototype. With who? Yeah. This is setting us back 4 years. We can't land on the moon. We aren't touching down for 5 years.
Do you understand what this means? NASA can't do it. They can't land man and come back. We can make a film that shows us going to the moon without actually doing it. Kubrick is getting NASA to make sure that his space movie looks like real space. And so we're going to use his space movie to make sure the real space movie looks like space. Do you understand how crazy that is?
You don't have an ethical problem with this at all?
This is like one of those good lies, like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. You are being paranoid.
If they find out what we're doing, then we're dead.
Have you heard of a conspiracy theory before?
Yeah, I think we're in one.
We ask God's blessing on the most hazardous and dangerous and greatest adventure on which man has ever embarked.
Trouble is, we still don't have a clue whether the thing's gonna make it or not. That can make things look like they're on the moon. Meet with Kubrick. Convince him.
All right. We've set up a little meeting for you in London with Stanley Kubrick's agent.
Derek Kay?
Huh?
We have a proposal for Mr. Kubrick that he needs to take extremely seriously. Mr. Kubrick accepts our proposal. He gets the money. If they deliver, there are going to be serious consequences.
What if he finds us?
Stanley Kubrick, British-based American director.
How?
Hey there.
It was stolen. I swear I'll get it back. I know a director. We can make it work.
And then 3 of us are going to film man landing on the moon. I want to meet you, guy.
Things are dead. What if we doubled your money? I'm an artist. Triple. Okay. Action!
One small man. That small step.
Where's Kubrick?
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen, so in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going. Money is a good thing.
Buzz Aldrin, the famous astronaut who was on the moon, was trying to tell us that the moon landing was fake the whole time. Just watch this video.
What was the scariest moment of the journey?
Scariest. It didn't happen. It could have been scary.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
I remember my parents waking me up, and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon,
No,
which
you
was
didn't. No, you didn't.
what?
You watched animation. So you associated what you saw with...
I have very hazy memory.
Not a bad line. Not a bad line.
There is no such thing as gravitational pull. We lied to you.
Maybe this whole operation was never really about reaching the moon. What if the entire mission was just a carefully planned distraction to keep us from paying attention to what's actually happening here on Earth? And this is why they've been trying to tell you all along, but you never listen.
Okay, cut.
Wow, Neil Armstrong. Hey, wait a minute. You're supposed to be on the moon. I just saw it on TV.
Oh, there's a tape delay, and with all solar winds.
Mr. Armstrong, Bart Sibrel, ABC Digital. Wanted to give you the opportunity to swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon. Will you put your left hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
Gentlemen. Mr. Sibrel.
Yes? If you really walked on the moon, why would you not do that? So why don't you just put the end to the record in the argument and put your hand on the Bible, swear to God you walked on the moon.
Mr. Sibrel, knowing you, that's probably a fake Bible.
Really? Well, no, it's a real Bible. You have the opportunity to have $5,000.
The meeting is not open.
Well, you have $5,000 cash. You can give it to charity if you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon. I have the tape.
It'd be fine.
Why don't you swear to... Why not? Why won't you do it? So why don't you put your hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
Mr. Sibrel has made a fool of himself in front of the world. Mr. Sibrel, you do not deserve answers.
Howdy, Buzz. How's it going? Remember me?
What's your name?
Bart Sibrel.
Would you give your name to my associate?
Yeah, I got one for you, one for your lawyer to sue me.
That's right.
I hope you do. I'd love to go to court and show the window shot.
I know you'd like to get a lot of attention, wouldn't you?
Well, you're the one getting money for something you didn't do. You're getting a lecture for walking on the moon when you didn't. Well, that's called being a thief. That's called being a thief. Do you think you can get to heaven without repenting? Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon? Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
I'm not trying to get you tell him to get out of here. This is a hotel. We'll call the police.
We pay.
Come on in here. We'll call the police.
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
It doesn't, sir. I don't have nothing to do with this. But
Okay.
you cannot solicit on this property.
We just paid to rent out the penthouse to shoot up there. So
You can't solicit like this.
keep shooting.
All right. Well, then I'd go through my measures.
You got to keep shooting, man. Okay. Well, you can put it on your shoulder. Don't be shy.
Come with me, Bud.
You really like it?
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief. Hey, Bart with ABC Digital.
We need to get back to that.
Okay.
Signing.
One quick question. All right. I was given a classified. Okay. I was given a classified tape showing part of the Apollo mission being falsified, of lunar orbit being falsified.
Being falsified?
Correct. We've got an unedited tape from a source at the Johnson Space Center.
Yes.
Totally nonsense.
We want to give you the opportunity to swear in the Bible that you orbited the moon during Apollo 15.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right, come on.
Just one last note. If you orbited the moon, why do you have a problem swearing to God that you did so?
Sir, I don't, but I don't feel like I have to do that because data speaks for itself.
Well, we have proof that the mission was falsified.
No, you don't have to, sir.
Well, we do.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you here. Thank you.
All righty. Mr. Armstrong, Bart Sibrel, ABC Digital. Wanted to give you the opportunity to swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon. Will you put your left hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
Gentlemen. Mr. Sibrel.
Yes? If you really walked on the moon, why would you not do that? So why don't you just put the end to the record in the argument and put your hand on the Bible, swear to God you walked on the moon.
Mr. Sibrel, knowing you, that's probably a fake Bible.
Really? Well, no, it's a real Bible. You have the opportunity to have $5,000.
The meeting is not open.
Well, you have $5,000 cash. You can give it to charity if you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon. I have the tape.
It'd be fine.
Well, you have $5,000 cash. You can give it to charity if you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon. I have the tape.
It'd be fine.
Why don't you swear to... Why not? Why won't you do it? So why don't you put your hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
Mr. Sibrel has made a fool of himself in front of the world. Mr. Sibrel, you do not deserve answers.
I'm not on the record right now.
Would ask you to...
Would you please go away?
Well, asking you to swear in the Bible that you orbited the moon.
Would you please go away?
Well, if you really orbited the moon, why won't you swear in the Bible that you did so? Can you tell me why you would have a problem doing that?
Would you please go away?
You don't remember The shot where you put the transparency over the window. We have it being done up to about 10 hours before they supposedly walked on the moon. I just don't understand why if you orbited the moon you wouldn't have a problem about swearing to the Bible on it. Can you tell me why? Are you afraid for the truth to come out?
I think there's some kind of wacko, I really do.
Well, I think it's wacky to not swear to God on something that's supposed to be obvious. Howdy, Bart Sibrel, ABC Digital. I was given a classified tape from Apollo 11 showing them taking the photography of lunar orbit.
Why don't you quote me and say it's bullshit?
Well, would you mind swearing on the Bible that you orbited the moon? If you really orbited the moon, why would you have a problem swearing to God that you did so?
Mr. Anderson, can I take a picture with you real quick, sir? Oh, we no more with you. Okay, thank you, sir. Sorry.
I've got on the tape Neil Armstrong rigging part of the photography where he puts a...
That'll tell you how screwed up. Thank you, Mr. Anderson.
Well, if you really walked on the moon, what do you have a problem? I mean, orbited the moon, why do you have a problem swearing to God that you did so?
Please just stay back.
An official moon rock given to Holland by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin was tested and found to be petrified wood from Earth.
거기 기관을 한 번씩 이렇게 돌아야 되잖아요.
네.
근데 이제 그 달나라에서 가져왔다는 그 문락이 있잖아요.
돌멩이요?
예, 돌멩이 달에서 가져왔다는 그 문락 돌멩이가
네.
그 달에서 가져왔다는 그런 스페스를 모아두는 그 방이 따로 있대요.
네.
근데 얘네들이 잘 보관해 있지도 않고 그냥 땅바닥에 애들이
굴러다녀.
그냥 발로 툭툭 공차듯 굴러다니더래요. 그래서 이거는 아니다 싶어서
네.
거기 책임자한테 물었대요. 이거를 이렇게 귀중한 거를 왜 이렇게 방치해 두냐 그랬더니 너 나한테 지금 농담하는 거니? 그러더래요.
왜요? 왜 농담?
예, 그러면서 이거 달에서 갖고 온 것도 아닌 것도 모르냐? 그러면서 이거 그냥 petrified wood다 그러더래요.
Petrified
wood다 그러더래요. petrified가 그 딱딱하게 된 돌이 딱딱하게 된 나무들 있잖아요. 오래돼가지고
그 돌로 된 그 나무. 네, 나무가 이게 변형이 돼가지고 돌로 되는 경우가 있죠. 맞아요. 네.
예, 다 그거더래요. 그러니까 그리고 그거를 마치 달에서 가져온 것처럼
네.
해가지고 각 나라의 선물로 다 유엔에서 줬던 것 같아요. 각 나라에다가 다 그걸 보냈는데
네.
뻥쳐서 이거 달에서 갖고 온 거라고 그랬더니 각 나라에서 그거를 다시 조사해 보니까 그게 화석이라고 그러더래요.
그냥 일반 화석이다. 나무 화석.
예, 그냥 일반 화석을 가지고 그렇게 농담을 친 거죠.
달아달아 밝은 달아 사람들의 즐거움과 슬픔을 벗삼아오던 저 달에 인간의 첫 발이 닿았습니다. 창세기 이래 인간들 마음속에 신비를 던져주던 저 달이 이제는 천문학의 분야로부터 지질학의 대상으로 당겨져 그 알몸을 드러내게 된 것입니다. 암스트롱, 콜린스, 그리고 올드린의 세 우주 비행사가 인간 최초의 달 착륙선을 타기 위해 우주 본부를 떠났습니다. 지구에서 달까지의 거리는 장장 40만 킬로미터. 아폴로 11호는 오늘날 인간 두뇌의 총화이며 우리 온 지구인들의 희망과 기대를 건 과학의 결정체였습니다. 세턴 5호 로켓에 실려 우리나라 시각으로 7월 16일 밤 10시 32분에 발사대를 떠난 아폴로 11호는 발사 12분 뒤에 지구 궤도에 들어가 지구를 한 바퀴 반 회전한 뒤에 일로 달 항로에 들어섰습니다. 단계적으로 하나씩 추진 로켓을 분리하며 달로 향한 아폴로는 점점 지구 인력권에서 멀어졌습니다. 아폴로 모선은 달 착륙선과 일단 서로 떨어져서 180도를 회전한 뒤 연결 부분끼리 도킹, 즉 결합을 하고 3단계 로켓을 떼어버리는 우주선 배열 작업을 진행했습니다. 우주선이 점점 달에 가까워지는 동안 조종사 가운데 실제로 달에 내리는 암스트롱과 올드린은 자선으로 옮겨 타고 콜린스만이 모선에 남아 있었습니다. 사령선과 착륙선이 분리된 뒤 사령선은 타원형의 달 궤도를 돌고 착륙선은 달 위에 예정된 착륙 지점을 향했습니다. 아폴로 11호는 고요의 바다 한 곳에 착륙 지점을 정했습니다. 위기의 바다, 풍요의 바다, 주신의 바다 등 달 위에 붙여진 이름들이 낯설듯이 달은 지금까지 그 표층이 무엇으로 덮여 있는지조차 신비에 가리운 채였으며 이 신비를 벗기기 위해 아폴로가 간 것입니다. 착륙선이 역추진 로켓을 점화 진행 속력을 줄이면서 예정된 지점에 사뿐히 내려앉았습니다. 암스트롱이 전 인류가 지켜보는 가운데 달의 첫 발을 내디뎠습니다. 그것은 1969년 7월 21일 11시 56분 20초. 정말 감격적이고 역사적인 순간이었습니다. 암스트롱과 올드린은 텔레비전 생방송을 포함한 월진계, 태양풍 측정기, 레이저 반사경 설치 등 예정된 작업을 침착하게 진행했습니다. 지구 인력의 6분의 1밖에 안 되는 달 위에서 두 우주인은 달 암석 채취 등 2시간 36분간의 작업을 마치고 착륙선으로 돌아왔습니다. 달 표면에서의 임무 수행을 마친 착륙선은 사령선과의 결합을 위해 달을 이륙했습니다. 완전 무결한 랑데부와 재결합을 마치고 무한한 신비의 열쇠를 지닌 아폴로 11호는 그의 고향 지구로 향했습니다. (8일) 3시간 18분에 걸친 80여만 킬로미터의 엄청난 여로 말하기 쉬워 우주고개다 무중력의 서커스다 이러지만은 아폴로 11호 계획은 온 인류의 체면을 걸었던 우주의 도전이었으며 새 우주인의 생명을 걸었던 세기적 모험이었던 것입니다. 새 우주인은 7월 25일 태평양상에 무사히 착수, 그때 표준 시각 1시 50분을 가리키고 있었습니다.